This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Hold it right there, Commander. This is an exogeny project. I'm taking control.
What are you doing to these people?
Communications are back up. Exogeny wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, Jong. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
Are you gonna tell them about the Thorian? Or should I?
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zoo's hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
You've gone way too far. This ends now.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on, come on!
I can't believe most of these buildings are still standing after 50,000 years. I can see why people keep trying to colonize this world. Most of the infrastructure is still intact.
All this rubble makes good cover for snipers. These ruins are crawling with vermin, organic and synthetic.
What was that creature? It certainly wasn't human.
I want a clean sweep. Nothing hostile lives to take a second shot.
We did acquire nerve grenades from Dr. Bainham. Do you want us to use them?
We don't have time to waste on these people. There's a galaxy at stake.
Very well. It is regrettable, but it is your decision. What was that creature? It certainly wasn't human.
No hitting the colonists, even if the Thorian makes them fire on us. That's what the gas grenades are for.
Very well, Commander. Let's go. Alright, we just need to find this creature and determine what it... This was not covered by my training manuals.
We are going to need bigger guns.
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers appraise you as meat, good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
Give me what I need, and I'll strike back at the one who betrayed you.
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood will feed the ground and the new growth.
I can tell. A few more of those and it's in trouble.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
How did you end up inside that thing?
My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Then why were the Geth trying to destroy the Thorian?
After Saren had what he needed, the Thorian became a liability. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
Where is the cipher? How do I get it?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
I need the cipher.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are a part of you now.
Are you all right? What just happened?
I saw... something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
We should get you back to the ship, Commander. Medical needs to know about this. I can't believe the colony held out as long as it did. This place is a mess.
This place has seen better days. Colony's tougher than it looks.
Won't get away with this,
So you
John.
keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
I won't let you hurt these people anymore. Drop your weapon or be prepared to use it.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on, come on!
Alright, ladies, now it's time to show them how it's really done. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Mass Effect. In the last episode, we finished Pharos and saved Zeus Hope. Well, not really, but we had to get the conduit and the cipher, and had to get closer
You
to
can't do this,
finding a way to get to Saren.
Shut
But
up. Let me think.
well, you know, things change out. But
What's
anyway,
going
we're gonna show you the
You won't
way
get away
to
with this.
Get
save
out of
everyone
here.
this time around. It's really not that hard. I was
Get
just,
away from her, you
you know, it
son of a
depends on how you're
bitch.
playing. If we're gonna do the Paragon
Elizabeth.
way of doing it. I will cut out like the
Come
doing
on where I
the
can see you. All of
fighting
you.
the Geth and stuff like that, because only stuff that's impertinent to the actual.
Shepard, damn it. I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some interesting facts about you in the exogenic database. I know what you did during the Blitz, but your heroics aren't needed here.
Yeah, there's some slightly different dialogue depending on what background you are. If you're ruthless, you're a Tor fan. If you're more a hero, it's the Blitz. If you're a sole survivor, it's the Skillian Verge, or something like that. Anyway, so.
We can talk this out. Nobody needs to get hurt.
You don't understand. It's not that easy. Communications are back up. Exogenic wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, Jong. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
And yeah, most of the dialogue is pretty much the same, except for obviously Shepard's response. Sometimes you'll get unique responses from her or him saying like a specific phrase, but in this case, not so much.
You're after the one unique thing Pharos has. the Thorian.
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zoo's hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something like that almost, except it's a telekinetic plant. Actually, is it in Invasion of Body Snatchers, depending on the version you is, it's almost is an alien plant that has controlled them? Well, it depends on which version, but I think that's it, at least in the remake anyway, if I remember. So, and like before, all the right answers end up shooting them. It's just how you deal with it. So let's see what the charm version of that is. What about the big picture?
Can't you see the inherent potential in this colony? Think of the promotional opportunities.
Opportunities? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities. It's a gimmick. Yeah, even persuading him still has like renegade and neutral. You know, movie rights and tourism. It's a gimmick. Pharos will be a symbol.
They recovered from an alien attack on a frontier world. Add that to your company profile.
Well, yeah. No one's ever gone broke playing the champion of humanity card.
Sadly, you'd probably make a killing. But if it will let us get back to our lives, I'm for it.
It just might work. Wait, no, but the infected colonists will throw a bit of a wrench in that plan. No, they need to disappear.
You can't just kill the colonists. It's not their fault.
If you kill only the Thorian, it might be enough to stop the infection. Maybe.
Yeah, it's only logical. Yeah, sounds logical this time.
It's worth a try, but I don't know if I can avoid harming the colonists.
There has to be another way.
Maybe there is. Come and talk to me before you leave, Commander.
Just make sure there's no evidence when you're done.
Yeah, when you, in this case, if you kill him, obviously you immediately go into the grenade. So we could just leave if we want to. And we can still technically beat the colonists without the grenades. We just have to melee all of them, which would be kind of annoying.
I'm glad you've decided to help us. I think there's a way to avoid killing the colonists.
What'd you have in mind?
I think you could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Like a gas grenade.
Sounds good. I'll do what I can.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Commander.
All right, and now.
Stay out of your way until you clear a path. Good luck.
Okay. Anyway, Jean didn't have anything different to say,
You
does he?
shouldn't be wasting time.
No. Yeah, it is kind of funny how you can convince him to be a symbol of hope, or like I said, movie rights or whatever, or a gimmick, which is kind of almost realistic. But anyway, yeah, I get the Thorian gas. So this time, just equipped it as your grenade option, and so it'll knock out any of the Thorians. And if you choose, well, we'll get to it. So I'm going to skip past. I'm still going to fight him, but I'm going to just deal with the Geth on the way there, and then we'll see you back when we actually start the actual saving of the colonists. And hopefully we can save all of them. Yeah, it's really not that hard to do that, even on the insanity mode, so. Alright, back to the Thorian Creepers part, so let me wait for them to, yeah, quit. Like before, make sure to equip your allies with shotguns. Interestingly enough, I probably, well, except for...
No amount of infection could have altered a human to that extent. I wonder what is going on here.
Yeah, I believe we should still kill him.
I want a clean sweep. Nothing hostile lives to take a second shot.
What about the nerve grenades we acquired? We could potentially incapacitate the colonists.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. No, I just wanted to show the different response if you go, all right, fine.
All right. Try not to tag the colonists, but we have to get through no matter what.
As you order, Commander Shepard.
All right, so the easiest way to do that is, while we're doing that, is like before, just go to the options menu and swap out your squad to defense. If you choose to tell them to just kill everything, then your allies will just basically hit anything in the front. So, but if you tell them not to, then they'll hold it back on it. They can. It has happened where they might accidentally finish someone off. It doesn't happen regularly though. I don't know if I can. Yeah, at least it's strong enough. Yeah, I built on this build. She's an engineer, but I gave her the singularity ability just for funsies. Yeah, the first part is a little bit difficult, but now we've got the actual colonists here. Yeah, some of them are already weak, but yeah, they won't attack them. So what you're supposed to do is, now that we've So we've got the, oops. So make sure the grenades are equipped. Okay. And then just do what you normally do with them. So sometimes you can get lucky and hit multiple colonists. I missed one. Oh well. We'll have more grenades later on. So yeah, we saved them. They're completely out of the way, so good to go. And like I said before, and the menu talks about this, is that if you melee them, it also counts as just knocking them out. Yeah, when I first, I mean, other than Ashley, and even Ashley is pretty good here just for the straight combat, but bringing Kine here is not bad before, like I did my mail ship playthrough, because he has neural, if you get him high enough, he has neural shock, which just knocks out, which works on, because most enemies here are biotic after we get past the initial Geth part. Okay, this one's easy just because you can. What? Did I throw multiple grenades or? Okay, wait. Yeah, see, as no, the number is still 16, so 16. If you do kill like one by accident, don't feel too bad, because especially if you did all the missions and you save Zhang, then you're good to go. You only need like I said, 13 points to save the colony. But, you know, obviously, it's better if you do kill one. It's probably better to kill a. I'm trying not to actually shoot into the targets. Usually, the grenade has a decent amount of range to do it. So, anyway, how many grenades do I have currently? Oh, I don't have a. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I guess I didn't buy all the upgrades in this run. I was trying to get them. I was basically going for quote farming for the most part, so I wasn't being super efficient at it. So, and luckily all the colonists have guns or pistols except for Greta or whatever. She's the only one that might give you some danger on the higher difficulties. Yeah, this part can be a little tough because of the Thorian creepers charging in. So you might, you have to be careful about where you're aiming your targets. That's usually why I tend to aim lower. And like I said, your allies will purposely, like, avoid trying to shoot the colonists if you should tell them not to. Yeah, like I said, I'm just shooting. And the Thorians aren't that, or the creepers aren't that bad, so. There we go. I think that's it. Alright, and then after that, we just go to the cranes and go by normal, so. I'll probably end up skipping, like, some of the actual Thorian stuff, or, like, cutting that, because most of that is the same, except for maybe some random quips from, like, Liara or Tali, depending on who. Probably, I think Liara gets the priority, I think. But yeah, you're gonna kill yourself again. Yeah, no matter what you do, he dies, so don't worry about that. So
it wants me to stop you.
I guess you're supposed to respect the guy because he decides to end his own life without the Thorian taking over him. So
I won't.
I wonder if it's also supposed to show that maybe the Thorian is not a creature to save, like unlike the Rachni. In that case, but anyway, yep, he's dead. He did. Oh yeah, and the thing Liara said when she said you can't make sense of it all, Garrus says the same thing when I brought him and Rex there. I don't know how much of the Garrus and Rex dialogue I'll show, because like I said in the previous episode when I was talking about dialogue and quote farming, a lot of the characters get the same line of dialogue as another character. It just depends on who's in that slot, or squad slot or whatever, so. And I'm showing Liara. Most of the time when I'm showing Femishub, I'm showing Liara, mainly because I ended up in, we get Paragon for saving all the colonists, so I don't know why that's still up there. We don't, I was about to say, I don't know why it's still there. We don't need it anymore, so now you can take off the gas and do whatever, so, I could do explosive. Why not? We'll still leave the shotguns on everyone and everything, but, yeah, I'll leave in some of the major conversation parts, and some, like, maybe quips that the characters might say while defeating the Thorian, limbs. But after this conversation here, as soon as we start getting to the battle, I'll probably cut most of that out, because we've already seen it already, so.
Alright, we just need to find this creature and determine what it... Keela, what is that?
Yeah, I forgot what Keela actually means. It's like, oh my god, or something like that. Or, I like it. I'll probably show that video, like what that's large. We're gonna need some bigger guns. That's a plant.
That does not look like any plant I've ever seen. This may be problematic.
But anyway, this conversation is the same. He spits it out. I just wanted to let them have their dialogue. So I do like how some of the characters will have maybe similar dialogue, but usually when it's during cutscenes like this, sometimes they'll give the characters unique dialogue to them or who's ever in that slot. Not all the time. I have seen a few of these cutscenes where another character will just say the same thing. Probably because it's not an important scene to have any major clips or anything like that. I could skip a lot of this because it's the same, basically.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies.
I think that's the same as before. Sorry, I'm trying to remember which lines of dialogue are the same or not.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now.
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry.
Okay, I think that's the same, so. Alright, and then, yeah, just have Liara. Well, if she immediately does it. Oh, come on, Liara. You didn't activate throw. That's almost why it's better just to have you be the character in some cases, so. Alright, I think for the most part, we're gonna just fight as normal. Like I said, if there's like a... Okay, yeah, I'll leave stuff in like that, but for the most part, I'll probably cut out anything until we get to the final talking scene with the Sheila or whatever. And even then, most that's the same, except for the obviously choosing the Paragon responses from Shepard. So we'll see you at the end of this.
A few more and it will be severely hurt.
I'm free.
Yep, she's free. Free as a bird. Also, another good thing, I forgot to mention this during the previous episode and during this encounter, is that another good ability to use on the Asari clone, because I kept getting knocked over every time because I, you know, when you get hopped up in the fight or you have a specific weapon, you don't really pay attention. So one good thing to use against her is dampening. So if anyone has dampening, which is why Kaiden's actually a really good character to use for this section of the game anyway, she can't use her biotics. So if you dampen and then sabotage her, boom, she's pretty much out of it. So obviously because of my weapons and my other playthrough, I didn't really need it that badly. But if you're playing like insanity mode, that would be really good. Or doing neural shock on her takes her out for a hot minute too. So
is everything all right? Are you hurt?
I am fine, or I will be, in time. My name is Shiala.
Okay, that's the same.
Benezia foresaw the influence
that's the
Saren
same.
would have.
Yeah, a lot of it's got to be the same, except for like maybe the first dialogue after a response, you know.
Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals.
I think that's the same. So.
Benezia sought to turn the river and was swept away.
I guess so.
Asari matriarchs are among
Saren has a vessel.
Oh yeah, that line seems to be the same no matter what you choose, because that's the same either way.
They become indoctrinated to Saren's will.
Yeah, that's the same.
I was a willing slave when Saren brought. Saren offered me in trade.
Sorry if I'm going to be saying that a lot. I just have to recall. So that's horrible.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to destroy all evidence of its existence.
Yeah.
Saren knows you are searching
for the
conduit.
Yeah. What is
What's
it?
The cipher?
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah,
that two choices there kind of leads basically to the same thing for the most part. There's like maybe an extra line of dialogue. So the cipher is knowledge. It's Bawa.
So the Thorian taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean.
Okay, that's the same.
To understand,
doesn't matter what you say in that case.
I sensed this ancestral memory.
There has to be some way.
When I melded with the
I need that knowledge to stop Saren.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax.
What are you guys, Vulcans? Yeah, pretty much. I already have a lot of ability of the Vulcans, being able to like mind meld and stuff like that.
Reach out to
You know, Liara talks about, kind of talks about this when she talks about like relationships with other races. I won't go into too much detail because I will show you that dialogue choice. I think on my main file I can still have that choice when you first meet her.
We are all connected.
I don't know. I might do a dedicated episode to the romances just to show like the dialogue. That since I avoided, well, I didn't avoid most of it. I avoided some of it with male Shepard for a specific. Well, really no other reason than to just show a solid, straightforward path on it. Yeah, I always thought this animation was pretty cool. I know we get a better sense of it in this game, and I think I'm trying to remember. I think in the third game, it was either the second or third game, we actually get like almost the complete visual of it. If I remember correctly. And yeah, Sovereign looking like he's like a hand or something like that, or you know, an illithid face or something like that. You can tell those Sovereign was based off of Cthulhian mythos, you know. I guess it's so ingrained in our society. So look at that nose wrinkle there.
Just as
What was that? Commander Shepard, are you all right?
I don't know, man. She messed me up. I'm okay. Yeah. Yeah, look at that crease on her, just like confusion or whatever. I don't know. It's just sometimes the facial expressions are a bit odd at times, you know. But anyway, don't worry, I'm fine.
I saw something.
Oh, she broke her neck. Oh,
It still didn't
God.
make any sense.
you have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take
I
time
think
for
this
your
is the same.
mind to
We should get you back to the ship where you can be monitored.
I'm
Oh, they even
sorry
swapped out
you
the
have
characters.
suffered,
Sometimes
but
they'll
there was
just
no
give
other
all the
way.
lines to one character.
You
When I
needed
brought
the
Garrus and Rex here,
In time, it
they
will
said
help you
they had
understand the
Garrus say the
vision
same
of
thing,
the
and Rex didn't say anything. So I guess it is certain just character types have certain priorities. Maybe the characters that are more sensitive, like, will be more talkative at certain points, and some that aren't as sensitive or a bit more gruff might talk at certain times over others, like if they have nothing to say, or if they have a specific investment in this fight. I don't think there's any unique dialogue from.
No, I'm sorry.
Oops.
You have the cipher.
Hold on, let me do that
Do
again.
you know
Sorry.
what the
No, I'm sorry.
Then whatever it is, we cannot let him have it.
Oh
You
yeah.
have the cipher.
Okay. I forgot
there
someone at
anything
least
else?
said something when we talked to her.
Its mine was
But most of this is
awesome.
the same.
Magnificent.
Now that you're
Oh,
free of
whoops,
the
I didn't mean to
thorium, what
do
are you
that.
planning to do next?
If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering.
Yeah, that's about the same
I
thing
would like
too.
to make
Okay.
amends.
I don't. If there was anything, it wasn't that big of a deal because I did it on the other, like when I did it with another file, and nothing really came up of it. So sorry about that if there was anything interesting, but I don't think so. So you could still do that if you want to, because we've technically saved the colony. But if you save her, she makes an appearance. There's a reward you get in the second game if she's actually technically she doesn't have to survive in the second game to get the reward. In the second game, if Zoohope survives, you get a little reward from the colony in the second game. They if it's not, she'll appear if she survives. If she dies or you kill her, but Zoohope survives, just some random colonist will give you the reward. But if she survives in the third game, you get a war asset reward for her, Zoohope's and her surviving. So in the end, it's better just to save everyone if you can. And technically you can do it on the Renegade path. You just have to do those quests and then just save Zhang, and boom, you can kill everyone else and still get the Renegade if you really want to. So anyway, a noble idea.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
Yeah, and this time we don't murder everyone or shoot her in the back of the head like...
Believe it. Zhang says we'll have all the money we need to keep this place running. It's because of you, Shepard. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, we get different dialogue saying that the place is basically saved. And then I can... Oh, yeah, and... yeah, all the colonists that we didn't murder are actually all here, and we can actually talk to them now. So yeah, this will probably be the first half of the episode. Will be just me doing this stuff or whatever. What was I? Oh yeah, look at the. Oops, didn't want to load it. Hit load. Okay, now it says if you save Pharos, it says Pharos colony saved. Zoo's hope has been saved with the destruction of the Thorian, and Ethan and Zhang has promised to rebuild the colony. You've also been granted the cipher, which will give you a clear understanding on the visions the beacon and pride burned into your brain. So, yeah, let's see what everyone has to say. No one goes into super deep dialogue. They just have the typical click on them and they'll say a line of dialogue.
world and then some.
Ships are already on their way here with supplies.
Yeah. I think the refugees say the same thing no matter what.
Looks like the colony will survive after all.
Because I think someone said that even when I destroyed the colony, so...
It's nice to finally get the support we deserve.
Okay, maybe there is some different dialogue.
We've never had funding like this before.
Any luck finding my workstation out in the road?
Oh yeah, I forgot to give him his data.
I managed to find the data and transfer
It's basically the same, so...
I was there anyway.
Well, thanks again.
But anyway. Yeah, I forgot to give it to him. Luckily, he pops up here, so you know to go all the way back to the walkway, so...
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed of the damage done to the lives of these people.
Oh, we can still ask her those questions again.
Do you know what the conduit?
No,
So we could just saved it for later. Yeah, okay. Well, it gives me a chance to actually ask these questions again.
Its mine was awesome.
See if anyone says anything
I'm grateful you saved me
unique
from a
from
life.
this.
What else can you tell me about it?
Once I followed...
Saren's charismatic.
Is there anyone
Making dick jokes again.
Its mine was awesome.
Abomination.
I'm grateful you saved me from a life.
I want to know more
Awesome.
about it.
Yeah, I don't know why just her saying awesome just is weird.
Farewell, Shield.
Okay,
Farewell,
that's the same.
Commander. I wish you well in your hunt.
Okay. Oh, we get some codex from... you do get experience in codex entries if you ask all the questions, so it's best to always do that if you're looking for a bit of experience.
All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Ferris will have a second chance thanks to you. I think this plan of yours just might work.
Yeah, you only did it when I convinced you about the money involved, you dick.
You won't recognize this place when we're done. Oh, I hope the new money doesn't spoil this place.
You sure get results.
All of a sudden, it's like we're worth something.
I've never seen such a turnaround by a company.
Oh yeah, thanks to me. Thanks to me. That's a great thing about me. There's so many me's. I don't think there's anything over here. Let me see though. It's been forever since I've actually straight up saved the colony. I usually end up killing it for whatever reason. Usually if I'm rushing through the game. I mean, obviously if I'm doing a Paragon run, if not, but the fact that you can save the colony without saving everyone is kind of funny too. So, oh yeah, you guys are back here. Oh, she's back up now that the Thorian isn't messing with her brain.
Thank you for everything you tried to do here.
I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back.
Oh yeah, and Ian makes his way back here. So
Free. I can't believe I'm free.
yeah, now you're not crazy anymore and laughing at and being addicted. Although I wonder if after this whole thing he'll be addicted into BDSM or something like that.
Thank you for everything you did.
The only thing I can say for that plan is it made me forget how hungry I am.
Yeah, but you're still hungry.
Pharos will be back in shape in no time, Commander. We'll make sure of it.
You were at the Skillian Blitz, right? Never thought someone like you would help us.
Why is that? Oh yeah, I forgot to... I'll just override it, I don't care. I forgot to do that again on this playthrough too.
My own thoughts again. Thank you, Commander.
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again.
See, maybe if you'd told me about that frigate thing, we wouldn't be in this mess. No. Yeah, a lot of people just go back to their old spots, except for a few characters.
Finally, that damn thing is out of my head. I can think without pain. And with the power cells you brought, I can get this place up and running again. Thanks, Commander.
I think if I remember technically, you can still finish like the quests that they gave you after beating the at least some of them anyway, because a lot of them go back into place after that. So you could give the power cells after beating the Thorian to get the thing back on track. But the thing is, the Pharos colony, that has to be Zeus Hope has to get those points after beating the Thorian. So if you don't do those quests before it and you didn't save enough people, then it still technically gets abandoned. So, just to let you know.
Thank you for freeing us.
But you can still finish the quest for at least the rewards and the morality or anything like that.
Take time for things to get back to normal.
I never thought I would be so thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined and filtered.
What will you do now that the fighting is over?
I may stay, try to recover my losses. I can have new supplies delivered within weeks. Perhaps the colony will survive after all.
Goodbye.
Well, it will, because we were... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over him. I think that's it. Yeah, weirdly, no one talks about Fiat, their leader dying, but, well, ifs and buts, so... Alright, we're not quite done with this yet. I don't know how much... I'll probably use the rest of the episode to just talk to the companions on the ship via mail ship at this point. But I do want to show how the conversation with the group goes now that we've got Liara in the group this time, and there'll be different dialogue now that we have her instead of everyone just going, maybe we should go find Liara now, and everyone's like, and Shepard's just like, my Shepard just goes, no, we're saving her for last. I almost thought about just saving her plant for the very, very last, but as far as I'm aware of, you only have to do 2 of the places before her to get the result I want. But yeah, I almost considered it, but you miss so much extra dialogue with her, because the final critical plant before the final bit of the game, there's a lot of dialogue that involves all of your companions, so I kind of wanted to have everyone there. So yeah, I'll make a backup save here, because I'll need this file to show off the romance parts of it, because there is a secondary part of this after the meeting's over, but I'm not going to show that because, like I said, I almost want to have that to be a dedicated episode, almost. So
stand by.
But
party. Decontamination in
so I might I think it happens after the talk with the council, if I believe. So we'll probably end up cutting it, but I'll tell you about it when we actually get to it. But yeah, let's see what everyone has to say.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
Well, I just got mind melded by some random Asari who used to be minded with some plant creature, but I'm fine. I was just brain probed. I'm fine. I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
And obviously you could just like tell it, just like, no touchy. You know, forget it's worth a shot. Go ahead. You know, I like blue-skinned women as much as the next guy.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
Man, what a lucky gal I am, like being a strong-willed mind and being mind probed by 2 hotties in the same day. It's great to be Commander Shepard. So, yeah, did you do anything new? Now what? This was pointless. So, there was nothing useful, making this completely worthless?
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
It's kind of weird how there's no top option for this. They usually, when they have 2, they usually do this. So it's weird when sometimes you get conversations like this. Maybe there is a line of dialogue that was supposed to be there and it was cut, or they just forgot to code it. It's hard to say, so.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Man, you seem to be, like getting lightheaded. Like, the first time we meet you do that. Oh, yeah, that's a spoiler for when we first meet her, but I'll show that eventually. And now, man, you need to get out more, Doctor, even though you're an archaeologist, technically. Anyway. Yeah, it didn't tire me out. I'm awesome. No, go ahead. Are you okay?
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, go ahead, since we're nice to them in this playthrough.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
I think we only get like 1 or 2 choices here, so I might let the rest of this play off because I don't want to show off what happens afterwards with the characters. Because as soon as you do all 3 planets back to back and you've been romancing all the characters, it goes into a unique cutscene. So, and I want to save that for later. So, yeah, it's better off this way.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Jesus Christ, Turian, you need to calm your tits or your dick or whatever you got. So, your bony bird thingy. So, yeah, just get off here. Not any links. I help everyone. I'm like the Mr. Rogers of space.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Even in their ruins, the majesty of the Protheans is evident. Imagine what this place was like in its glory.
The Geth have brought ruin to this world, as they do to every world. This city was once a marvel of Prothean technology. Now it's nothing but a graveyard. These people are brave, but the Geth are relentless. My people know this better than anyone. These colonists may not have much, but this is their home. They will fight to the death to defend it.
So much suffering, so much death, yet still they stay and fight. They tried to build a life here, but now all they have are ruins.
Man, it's so great to be back in my own skin. Well, now it's time to be back on the Normandy after finishing the mission, and gotta make some corrections. I showed it in the video, like, somewhere, but I said, like, Liara probably doesn't do that whole biotic, like, look on the enemies when you kill the dude to make him back off. Well, apparently she does, because I was looking through, before I recorded this, I was looking through my video while I was editing, and I forgot I recorded that. I was like, although I just noticed Tali also did something pretty cool. She kind of almost, like, flips her Omni tech out, like, come get some, or maybe even flipping to the bird or something like that. I don't know. I thought those, I was surprised she haven't even had that unique, like, stance or whatever. So, the things you do when you kind of look through all the possibilities. So, anyway, before we talk to the rest of the companions and finish out the rest of this episode after their thing, I want to go to the shop. Now that we've hit level 50, we finally get the best,
Let's see what you've
the
got.
best Spectre equipment of the game, the level 10s. Oh yeah, the HMWSR 10s, the best gear in the game. As far as I'm concerned, I think that is the best gear. I don't think anything ever comes close. There might be 1 or 2 gear that maybe has slightly better accuracy but less damage or something like that. But man, look at the damage power even compared to the 7s. It doesn't seem like much, but at the end game, it's going to be a whole lot. Yeah, I've got the shotgun. Obviously, I don't have the best comparison for the shotgun because I only have the Sokolov on my character. But yeah, look at that for the pistol, a whole lot more. Of course, we got some heavy armor as well. I think what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to buy the heavy weapon armor for Ashley because I think that's Scorpion or Titan or either one of the two could be the best armor in the game. We got look at that. I'm almost at max credits. Like 9,999,999 is the max in this game, so I might as well spend it before we lose it. But I wanted to show off. I think I also want to buy the Ursa armor for the Turian for Garrus while we're here as well. And weirdly, the game still offers like some of the lower end equipment, even near the bottom. It still offers like level 4 stuff, which is kind of weird. And yeah, I forgot to show this off before, but there's a feature in the game called buyback, where you can buy back some of the old equipment when you sell it. I think it's only based per that sell thing. And I think it has to be during that time. I don't think you can go back and buy all your old equipment back. So keep that in mind. But if you change your mind on buying something or selling something, you can go back and buy it. Just press left on the buy thing right there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna buy at least one of everything. So, and since I have since I raised my charm skill up a bit, some of this is a little bit less costly than before. So, but yeah, I'm basically gonna buy one of everything. So there goes all that precious money. But like I said, it's either use it or lose it. So, yeah, one of everything. I'm gonna buy the scorpion armor for Ashley there. Buy the pistol. Yeah, we'll buy the Ursa armor for Garrus there. And I think we're good on that. No, that armor is actually not that great for... I think it's got barobotic protection, but Rex has better straight up armor than that, so... Actually, is that... Oh, that's... Actually, let me... Maybe I should have bought the Titan armor instead. Hold on, let me see. And now I have to look at the armor because I can't equip it on to Garrus like as is right now. I'll do all the equipping and stuff like that off screen, but let's see. What armor did I? Oh, it is worse than what you had. I could have swore this was better. Huh. Well, I had the money anyway. Yeah, look at that armor first, the Colossus. It looks so terrible. Let's see. 63, 15, 315, 34. Well, actually, I could just... I'm just gonna load it so I don't... I mean, yeah, I don't really need to worry about the money, but it's the principle of the thing, viewers. That's why we have save spots. Or slots or whatever. Yeah, I did, before I started recording, I sold all my old equipment that I didn't need. Nothing important, just stuff that's weaker, technically, behind the...
Commander.
Let me look at that, Titan, armor for... Or Scorpion armor, I mean. See, it was 34, 350. Okay, never mind. His Colossus armor is better, so I can hold off on buying armor. But I know for sure that the let's see, where is it? The Scorpion is better for Ashley. Well, Ashley, maybe I should double check. 58, 360, 18. I thought I checked all this off screen, but then apparently I didn't, or I misremembered. 64. Wasn't it 64, 315, and whatever? Okay, well, her general shields are better with that armor, but it gives her better...
for supplies?
Let's see
You
better,
bet, Commander.
Okay, yeah, that's better. So it even gives her better biotic protection, so we'll buy that at least. So anyway, yeah, buy all the other gear, and then hopefully after we go through like a uncharted area or go to another planet, he should respawn some of his some of the equipment. So, but yeah, let's see if anyone... I don't think... I think the only companions that say anything are major companions like Kaiden and Ashley and Liara. I think we've said or gotten everything we can out of Garrus.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What do you mean, thank me? Well, this better be good. Am I gonna get cake or some reward for this?
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought about what you said, about eliminating the threat immediately, regardless of the cost. You were right. I always knew C-Sec's methods were flawed, but it's more than that. I can see now just how dangerous that type of thinking can be.
Haven't I shown this dialogue before? Maybe not. This is basically when you convince Garrus to go renegade, basically. Which is weird he has this conversation with us, because we haven't even done his side quest yet. Which, doing a side quest, other than obviously getting the rewards and admiration of Garrus, it doesn't add anything to the game. And I don't think there's any I think there's some mention in the second game about that, but it's not like a big deal. So if you miss Garrus's side quest, it's not the worst thing to happen. But is that it?
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to reapply for Spectre training. It will probably kill my father, but I've got to try. If that doesn't work, I'll do just about anything, except go back to C-Sec. I'm done with them. No more red tape, no more politics. From now on, I do things my way.
You know, funny thing about it, he talks about going back to Spectre training. It almost becomes like a non-thing. I mean, not to spoil anything, but by the third game, it seems like everyone and his mother becomes a Spectre by that point, it seems like. So, I don't know. At least that's how I mean, I might be misremembering it, but alright, very good. Excellent.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander.
Do you say that? Maybe we might have had this conversation. Let me see what happens if I talk to him again.
Commander.
Oh, he does.
I
Okay,
don't
we've
have
had this
time.
conversation before. Sorry for making it go through that, viewers. Or at least I believe I've recorded that, so. Where's Rex? Oh, there you are, Rex.
Shepard?
I don't think you have anything new for me now that I think about it. I think
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I think I've had this conversation on
I
screen.
get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. I fight best
Yeah, okay.
on my own.
So yeah, Rex is done here.
So
The only
long,
time you'll have new conversation if you do his side quest, same as Garrus. And Tali actually gives you some new information, not on my file, unfortunately, because I gave her her pilgrimage. I gave her her pilgrimage stuff too early without her asking about it. So I'll have to show that on when I probably on my FemShep file. I'll show it off. But if you talk to her enough before giving her that pilgrimage stuff, she has an extra line of dialogue about her family. I think I missed that the first time too when I played the game because I decided to do all the plants before doing the major quests because that's how I was ingrained to always do other stuff before the plot. At least that's how I play anyway, so we've actually missed some dialogue with her. I'll show that off. I have a file where we haven't unlocked all of her dialogue yet.
I should go.
See you later.
And so I can show you like what she talks about because yeah, there's a whole set of questions and stuff she talks about if you don't get her pilgrimage stuff yet. Which is weird how she loses dialogue, but yet Garrus and Rex don't lose dialogue as far as I remember when you get their stuff early. But anyway, time to talk to the good old Ashley and see where this relationship goes if she has anything else to say.
Hey, Skipper. Any interest in a small drink? It's a special occasion.
Non-alcoholic. Yeah, that sounds like the Paragon option. Non-alcoholic, that's contraband. Sure. And what's the occasion?
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Oh yeah, the first contact war. I think this is the first time they've actually talked about it specifically. It might have been mentioned before. I think we do have it in our codex by this point. But let's have Ashley explain it to us. I'm flattered. Why celebrate? Why me? Why me? Why me? It sounds like, who's the name of the Mad Magazine owner? Or not the owner, but the guy in the Mad Magazine. He actually has a name, but I can't remember his name. It's something silly. But anyway, I'm flattered.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
It sounds like it's bad if she's pulling out the, like, you don't know. Yeah, spit it out. What? Your files are clean from what I understand.
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
Oh man, that must like really hurt the family. Like, because I don't know if it's happened since, but yeah, the first human to ever surrendered an alien race. I don't know how that would like feel on your confidence and everything like that. And there probably was a good reason that he surrendered to save his crew and family or whatever, but he's probably, the rest of humanity probably sees him as weak or embarrassed or to, that type of thing. So I see, not your fault. Now I understand.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
Arnold, if you're not familiar with who Arnold is, she's mentioning Benedict Arnold, the American commander who, I forgot what exactly he did, but basically he turned over to the Redcoats, the British, during the American War for Independence. Quisling, I'm not as familiar with him in history. It's been forever. Let me look that up real quick. I know I shouldn't be doing this while I'm playing a game, but let's see. 'Cause I'm just looking. Well, I'm just pulling up the first thing that pops up. Was a Norwegian military officer, politician, Nazi collaborator who nominally headed the government in Norway during the occupation of the country by Nazi Germany during World War II. He came to international prominence as a close collaborator of the explorer. So basically, he was a Nazi collaborator. I wonder why she mentions. See. Yeah, I wonder why she mentions him specifically. I guess just because of that. Well, the article goes into more detail, but I'm not going to read all of it. But basically, I mean, if that's the same Quisling we're talking about anyway, so why do you dislike that's why you dislike aliens? Oh yeah, well, there's probably other things. I mean, we've talked to like a lot of humans in this game, and I think I guess the Forced Contact War was only 26 years ago, so it's still fresh, and that's a generation, so that's enough to like spew anti-alien sentiment, you know, especially with surrendering to aliens at Shang-Chi or whatever. He got what he deserved. Yeah, go on and tell this girl that like looks up to her granddad and her family, tell him he got what he deserved. Yeesh. Well, it is a renegade option, so
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shang-Chi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of them.
Man, that sucks. Like I said, he probably did it to... Well, I mean, the way she tells it, I don't think I remember anybody saying anything historically wise in the game that he did as cowardice. I think he did it to just save his army, his troops and everything from like slaughter, so it's not like he was a coward or anything.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Yeah, sounds like pretty legit way to do it. And they put him in irons, man. Well, I guess, gotta say we're the best, and we can't have this like character who, gave up to the aliens. We can't let him become famous, so we have to sweep him under the rug. So, how can I help?
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Well, I mean, realistically, everyone has baggage, so I like the of course, what about me? I like a challenge.
You're a difficult woman. Hard to read, hard to keep in line.
Awfully smug, Shepard. What makes you think you can keep me in line? But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
The Alliance is alright. Commence the saving. They will.
If not, we'll convince them. One way or the other, the Alliance is going to play a role in the Council.
I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
You know what? I don't mind Ashley protecting me. You know, it works both ways. Why not? So how about the mission, though?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot of the colonists. I don't see how we could have done more, but I still feel bad about it. I mean, we are out here to protect them.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Well, we lost most of those people because I clearly told them to kill everyone. So, but she's trying to cool it down. She's like, oh, it's not your fault, Commander, even though you gave me the order to shoot anything that frickin' moves. But whatever. What was I going to say? Ashley isn't my favorite romance in all the Mass Effect, but I think she gets a bad rap from people overall. Not that people speak terribly about her. And I feel like they did My Girl dirty in the third game. I mean, well, if we ever get to it, I'll talk about that. A few things anyway that kind of don't make sense that happened to her. You're kind of like, wait, what? But like I said, if we ever get to that, I'll show you, and most people probably know what I'm talking about. But I don't know what my favorite... Actually, maybe I'll talk about that in the second game, what my favorite romance in the series is. Not as a big deal, but I do like Ashley, like I said. But like I said, it just gets a bad rap. Anyway, after every mission, we can always go to the locker and grab a few items. I still don't know what, like, instigates weapons being popped in my inventory there on the locker. I guess it's just stuff to just give you, like, small rewards or something like that. I always thought it was, like, if you missed something in an area, it gave you some of the rewards for, like, maybe a chest you missed, but that's not true, so I don't know. I guess I could always look online and see.
Yes, Commander?
Anything new to say?
Is there something you need?
I should
Okay.
go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Let's ask Kaiden. Last time we talked to him, we kind of skipped through his dialogue because my character was being true renegade and going, whatever, da. So let's learn more about our favorite biotic. Yeah, he always does the same animation. Oh well.
Anything you need, Commander?
How do you feel about the last mission after we gunned down all the colonists?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness, and I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think that line's different if you save them. If it says now that they're doing well, maybe you can get some business. But so how are things?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the council.
Oh, they know? Well, they shouldn't. Yeah, good. I see. They shouldn't.
Those communications are classified, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. But you know the Navy grapevine. They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
You know, let's ask him about this. Last time we kind of skipped off. I'll show this a bit more of this whenever I do the romance episode where I talk about going through all the characters stuff that I missed, especially with Liara. But yeah, let's ask him. Can't you just make another L3? Just like, yeah, fix it, make it better, you know? Just dig inside your skull and your spine and swap out the goods.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
Oh, Kinetics major implant, huh? They're still around. Tell me about it. Angry?
You distrust them that much?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I see. Yeah, there's a talk about first Element Zero and how they were... I think in this group he's talking about they specifically... there's a program, I think it's mentioned more in the books, about how they purposely, like, expose people to Element Zero to try and force biotics out of them. I think maybe Kaiden talks about it in a conversation I somewhat skimmed through. Not that I skimmed through it, but I chose all the options to basically shut in the conversation. So not that I did that on purpose, I just had a bad habit of always choosing renegade options. So, but why couldn't we do it alone?
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. I mean, hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Oh, who were the teachers, I wonder? Experts?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Well, yeah, exactly. What about... Well, I mean, yeah, especially after first contact, people would probably still be wary of the Turians, so... Yeah, why not ask the Asari? You know, hot blue women walking around telling you what to do.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Oh yeah, did you see a couple of that, the lazy eye go into Kaiden as he weirdly looks up even though he shouldn't be, stuff like that I was mentioning earlier. Anyway, or in a previous episode. I'm sure they meant, well, what do you did what you had to. You had a bad teacher?
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
It always does. Otherwise, it'd be a boring story. They ever bust the guy, but did his training work? That's military discipline, my man.
Sounds like a classic drill instructor to me. The ones at the Macapa boot camp were brutal.
Vernus didn't just push us because it was effective training. He liked it. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Well, thanks for the talk, Kai, and when you actually do talk to us, when we're not a romance anyway. If we're a romance, obviously it goes into a bit more detail, especially when you first help him out as FemShep. He'll give you quite a bit more detail about like him getting stationed here and stuff like that. Like I said, I'll go over that whenever we do the romance episode. I'll probably save that after. I might save that when the actual romance like officializes. There's an actual spot in the game where it does that. I might do it like right before that happens and then show the scene. That might be the most appropriate. I'm trying to think if there's any. I don't think there's any. I think we've unlocked all the codex stuff we can from the ship at this point, so no more having to run around and grab everything. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk to Joker, see what he says about. I almost forgot to ask him about because he always has something to say after we finish a planet. So.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
I don't know why he's just all right, see you. Can you actually go back to... well, actually, there's really no reason to go back to Pharos. We killed everyone, so... I think we've learned all the conversations we've got. We talked to everyone that has conversations. Yeah, at some point I'll show off... I'll show off, like, what Tali actually said, or, like, what extra dialogue she says, so... I think that's it. There's some extra stuff that happens after you finish 2 of the plants. We're going to get some information from... the council, but I'll do that in the next episode. And yeah, I've got to go over some. I forgot to do some codexes this episode, so next episode will probably be maybe a mission and maybe a bunch of codexes and stuff like that, because now that we finished Pharos and I've shown the alternate way of doing it, all that's left now is finding Liara Tassoni, but we're going to wait a little bit more on that, because now that we finished Pharos, we got another galaxy is unlocked. The Citadel has more quests. And I could show off the... Oh, yeah, I think I said this at the end of the last episode as well. But, well, it bears repeating, I guess. So, see y'all next time when we go back... well, when I figure out what I want to do next. Like I said, either space exploration or the Citadel. Or both. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.